Dark days, overwhelmed, trapped in a maze. Small business owner, stress had me in a daze. Every problem piled up, couldn't catch a break. Thought I couldn't make it, my dreams were at stake. But then I found a group that changed my whole perspective. Our success group of a community so effective. We all chasing that dream, sharing struggles and fears. They understood my journey, wiped away my tears. Together we broke through, we rise above. No more feeling sad, we're fueled by love. Our small business is shining, reaching new heights. With the support of our success group, we're taking flight. The power is strong, the vision so clear. Building our dreams with no more fear. Together we're resilient, unstoppable force. With our success group. Changed my whole perspective. Our success group, community so effective. We all chasing that dream, sharing struggles and fears. They understood my journey, wiped away my tears. Together we broke through, we rise above. No more feeling sad, we're fueled by love. Our small business is shining, reaching new heights. With the support of our success group, we're taking flight. The power is strong, the vision so clear. Building our dreams with no more fear. Together we're resilient, unstoppable force. With our success group.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rising Tide Talks. I'm Kylene Montgomery, and I encourage transformation with positive energy.
And I am Becky Kutzer, and I believe it takes a village to run a business.
And I'm Aaron Montgomery with our success group, and we are here to see if we can fall deeper in love with what we get to do each day. And it's always a amazing evening when I get to be around Becky and Kylene and all of their positivity and energy and really good stuff. And everybody that's checking in already here. We've got Darren joining us here, and Craig says he's in listen only mode. I've got a spam call coming through. Apologize for that. I'm in listen only mode. And he says, this is when I get to work my full-time job at what I call half days, 12 plus hours so far. Yikes. That's a long day, Craig.
Yep.
So hopefully we can bring a little joy and positivity to it here. And then Chuck, thank you for being along for the ride tonight as well. And having you guys comment and be part of the show is going to make this even better. But Kylene, where do we start? I know we start the same place, but let's go there.
All right, so we're going to start with our gratitude, our superpower, because we want to bring as much positive energy as we can to the show and to all of you. So we start with gratitude because when we're in that state of gratitude, when we're choosing to focus on the things that we have in our life to be grateful for, we attract more things to us and it brings our mood up. It just lifts our energy and it has a ripple effect. So that's why we start with gratitude every day or every Rising Tide Talks.
Yeah. Can you, is there like a book I could read where I could learn more about this?
There might be one.
Oh, she has it. Even better. Mine's in the house.
All right. Good.
Yes. So there's a book all about the power of gratitude, and it's called The Gratitude Shift. And some special people, Becky included, shared their story about gratitude and how it impacted you in your life and just creates so much positive change. And it's truly just our choice if we want to just appreciate what we have. It has such a powerful effect.
Got it. Is there anything coming up where people might be able to learn more about said book?
Yes. So Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time, we are having a launch party for the Gratitude Shift book that you all are invited to. It's virtual, so it'll be over Zoom. The more the merrier. If you know anyone else you want to bring along, share the link with them. we are super excited about this. Our goal with it is just truly to share this with as many people as possible, because we want to bring more good to the world. And this is a choice, a tool that you can use to bring more positivity and joy and peace to yourself and to others. And it's so, especially right now, there are a lot of really heavy things happening. And, that's kind of life, right? Life hits us with some curveballs sometimes, and how we respond to those events, this is a way we can respond in a way a little bit more easily to promote more growth, more appreciation for the experience. It doesn't mean difficult things won't happen. It just means maybe we don't need to stay in that negative space for too long. It's a tool.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
What's
I wanted to, I don't know why it makes that funky little face on there, but
that's really weird. I've never seen that.
I keep seeing it, but I think on the other side it looks okay. But if you just go to osg.link/launch party, that will take you to the Zoom link directly. So go there tomorrow night at 5, or not tomorrow night, the 10th at 5
Monday.
p.m. Central Time. And it's going to be a cool experience to just talk about the book, but we're going to have some like giveaways. Maybe is there like what?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about this, if you don't mind, real quick.
Yeah, so those of anyone who attends, we're going to have a drawing for some giveaways, some special breaking barriers, things like that. We just want to provide as many gifts as we can to anyone who's willing to come and talk about gratitude and the power of it. So it's our time to celebrate.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to turn this into a, all about the book, but we were talking about gratitude, and there's no more Rising Tide talks before the launch party. So I wanted to make sure that we got that in there. Okay. Now, one thing that you're grateful for, right? Is that the next part of it? That's what we do in the Masters of Success. But sorry.
I just realized I double booked myself for Monday. So I'll be there for a short time.
Okay. Well, just let us know when you'll be there, and we'll make sure, because what we'd love to do is have the people have their stories, just share anything that they want to share about it. Like, why was that story important to you? Or, not going to put you on the spot. We're not going to make it uncomfortable, but just any sharing that
I'll chat with you after we're done about when I'll be where.
Okay. There we go. All right. Well, there we go. Chandler is already bringing the gratitude. Thank you for getting us back on track, Chandler. I'm grateful for my haircut. How about mine? I'm grateful for my haircut too.
Aaron got one.
Schedule mine.
Ditto.
All right. Oops. Sorry. Hitting too many buttons. Who else? Who wants to go next? Kylene, what are you grateful for?
Ooh, I'm grateful for a lot. I'm really grateful for our son, Lewis. He is just continues to amaze me. He works so hard and just inspires me of just trying to do better. I want to be the best mom I can be to him. And when I see him grow and learn and just become a great human, it makes me really proud. And I want to keep showing up for him.
That's
as
awesome.
As I can. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thanks for sharing that, Kylene.
Mm-hmm.
Becky, what about you?
Today, I am grateful for our Grounds of Success meeting this morning. I missed the last. I'm pretty sure I missed the last one. It's just a great conversation. Everybody from different walks of businesses and stuff. I mean, I think actually Joe and I were kind of the same, and Jen and Chandler was able to be there with us for a little bit. So it's just awesome to be able to get together with other business owners and be able to have those conversations and just see what everybody else is doing that's working or not working, and just talk to people.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I was so appreciative of everybody being there, and just like you said, the conversations that we were able to have, what's working, what's not working, that you're not in it alone, all different walks of life. So all different, as far as like what businesses that mm-hmm. we're in, and how we can go, okay, well, I don't in Chandler's case, I don't make t-shirts, but here's what I can take from that. Or
Yep.
in Jen's case, right. Or in your guys' case, right. We're not doing what Jen's doing, but man, there's some really powerful stuff in what was shared there. That's awesome.
Yeah. How about you, Aaron?
Becky stole mine. No, she didn't.
I knew I wanted to go first.
That is a really good one, though. And here's the deal for you guys. If you're feeling the FOMO right now, just get it on your calendar. It's the first Wednesday of every month at 9:30 Central Time. So get that on your calendar for next month in April. I think it's April 2nd, if I looked that up correctly.
I will be gone for that one.
Okay.
I'll be out of town.
So somebody's going to have to fill in for Becky. So,
That's right.
What I'm grateful for, actually, you know what? I am, and I was thinking about this before we came on. I am actually really grateful for Becky. I'm not trying to put her on the spot here, but I am just super grateful for Becky. We've been having a chance to chat a little bit more lately, and I've been doing some reflection back to when, I know we met, and then I didn't remember, and then you re-engaged and we connected, and then
I'm so unforgettable.
having you that it's on me, not you. And then having you reconnect and become part of the community at such a deep level, I just appreciate you. You don't need to be doing this right now. I know this is outside of your comfort zone. I think you've probably gotten
We're getting there.
But
I don't want to do it by myself. That's for sure.
You do a great job, and you have done it by yourself. But yes, I understand.
Yes.
So I'm very grateful for Becky.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Cool. All right. So you guys that are tuned in live right now, a couple of things for us, please. I know we kind of given you some stuff already, and we're not trying to make this a sales pitch or anything like that, but go share this with somebody. Let's get some more people into the conversation. Share it on your social media feeds. Let's get people in here. Chandler says the Becky show was awesome. Agreed.
Love it.
Yeah. So let's start there. If you guys could just do that, make sure that we get more people in here each and every Wednesday. The more perspective, the better the conversation is. The second thing, and Kylene and Becky and I were talking before the show. We do have some great topics. Chandler gave us a couple. Craig gave us a couple. If there are any other topics that you guys would like to have us discuss or be part of the discussion here on Wednesday night, please keep feeding those to us. We're going to keep a couple of those in the can still, because there's some other stuff going on that I think is worth talking about. So if you're not over in the group, in the Entrepreneur Success Hub group, and if you're not over there and active in the group, I would highly recommend you getting active, because the more active you are, the more benefit you're going to get out of it. And I'm trying to find it. There it is. But I ran across something, my business coach actually had shared with us some information about. He just went into ChatGPT and he typed a prompt that was basically, and I'm not going to get it verbatim here, but was basically take on the role of the devil or the person in charge of keeping me from success. What would be the top 10 ways that you would keep me from becoming successful or fulfilling my purpose? Again, I'm kind of paraphrasing that whole thing. And it spit out a list of 10 things. And, we were all like, yep, identify with that, identify with that, identify with that. So I went and did the same thing and came up with a very similar list. And I said, you know what? I think that having people's perspectives on this could be really valuable. I know it's valuable for me just to think about it and get to add my thoughts to it. And so I think it was last Saturday I started this series. And since then, we've had number 10, number 9, number 8, and then number 7 today. See how this is going. Number 6 tomorrow. But I thought we could talk about this a little bit, right? And I asked you guys. I said, "Well, here's the list," and and we kind of looked at the list and said, "Okay, well, let's focus on one main one, but maybe we can hit a few of the others if we have some time." And the one that we thought might be the best to focus on was, and just to give you what's already out there, if you haven't been to the group, number 10 was they would keep you comfortable. Meaning make it, not going to do anything near or outside my comfort zone, just going to stay in that safe zone where nothing changes. Number 9 was attack your identity. that voice in your head that's telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not talented enough, and really just attacking who you are. And then number 8 is keep you overthinking, keep you stuck in the research, the planning, the perfection, the indecision, all of that. And then number 7 today was make you see failure as the end. That when things don't work out, it's over, it's done. I should just give up, take my ball, and go home. So from that list, we said, let's start talking about the attacking of your identity. So, and whatever you want to call it, right? The critic in your head, the voice in your head, the devil, the person keeping you, that internal voice keeping you from success. What are some of the stories that you maybe are hearing or have heard when it comes to your identity? Kylene, what shows up for you?
That I can't do something, like when I just think back, like beginning of a business, I can't do this on my own. Like I really just believe that, I could only be someone who had a job. Or it was, I can't stop. I don't want to say it because you're going to hold me accountable, so I'm not going to go there. Like,
I can't be accountable. Is that what it is?
There we go.
Say it, Eileen. It's okay.
I'm not ready yet to do that. But like, I can't stop drinking diet soda, for example. It's a story I tell myself. But it doesn't always have to be a bad story too. But those are some of the things that create those limiting beliefs. Like I can't stick to a diet, or I can't stick to a workout. Things like that are the things that, as a story that I'm sharing, and therefore I'm creating that doubt, and then it gives you that that limiting belief that shows up, and then you don't take that step forward into action as a result. So those are some that just came to the top of my mind of ways that those stories don't serve me in that way.
Yeah, cool. Just cool because I think we all can identify with those same things, right? I mean, I've heard every single one of those voices in my head keeping me stuck. I'm curious, for those of you guys that are watching live right now, what's a story that what's a way that the devil's attacked your identity, or the story that your inner critic's telling you about your worth, so to speak. So, Becky, any other things that stand out for you?
Mine would be the one that says you're not good enough and nobody likes you. They're fairly loud.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we know that's not true, but we got to get you to know that's not true, because we like you.
When it's what replays in your head.
Absolutely.
And that's what you hear, because there's not other people standing around you to change that story that's being told. I mean, I can't be the only one with voices in my head. So
no, you're not. That's why we're talking about
it. That speak louder than somebody standing beside you. Sometimes those are what you hear, or what you continue to believe, because that's what you let yourself believe, or that's what you're allowing yourself to hear.
Yeah.
And I think our brains do that, to, in a way, protect us, right, from failure, protect us from something, guards us, but really it's, it keeps us stuck.
Yeah.
As a result.
And not to, like, I can go back and identify all the story, and I'll share my stories in just a second too, but let's just say that Becky's story was my story, right? At some point in my life, I would have had to have either heard, or at least thought I heard, somebody say, I don't like you. Mm-hmm. Or what was the other side of that, Becky?
Not good enough.
Not good enough, right? And so maybe, and maybe, right, it was even where, again, if that was my story, maybe I heard I don't like you, and then I ran with that and went all the way to, I don't like you because you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that. Mm-hmm. And I think the most challenging part for me in this is, just because we're saying, let's change that self-talk, doesn't mean that that feeling wasn't true, that you didn't have that experience, right?
Mhm.
Because even if nobody actually said that to you, you felt that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you internally had that experience.
Yep.
Yep.
Um, and, because the stories for me, which is interesting because the stories for me were actually about my strengths. So one is, you're too arrogant. And so you need to keep the significance thing down, right? Nobody wants to hear from you, kind of thing. And then the opposite side of that is one of my lesser strengths, or, let's be honest, weaknesses, right? Is sometimes empathy and woo. I'm not good at the small talk. I want to go from zero to let's go really super deep like that. And so the story about, well, maybe even to your point, Becky, right? Well, nobody likes you. Nobody wants to do that. When Kylene and I go out in social situations with people that aren't business owners, I struggle. Like, we were at a thing, was that Friday night, Kylene? The night at the
Saturday,
races?
yeah.
Saturday night. Okay. Night at the races. And, we ended up at a table with some friends, but then there were some other people that we didn't know that sat down there. And I immediately was just like, okay, I walled off. I actually, I think I physically got sick. I don't know if that was the reason. I was pretty tired, but I'm sure if I didn't have that story about my ability to have small talk, or to create those kind of bridges, that it would have changed. So I guess, yeah, those are my two main stories, or
Mhm.
three or four, seven, however many.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I mean, we get attached to those stories, and we rehearse them, like Becky was saying, and therefore, then it's like what you focus on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You pay attention to that
yeah,
seems to show up, and we validate it over and over, and then we really get ourselves in a situation. But
yeah,
so it's
What's
good to be aware.
what's the Tony Robbins? Where your focus goes, energy flows.
Yep, 100%. So
there you go.
true.
Yeah, it is. It's so true.
Mhm.
Chuck shared, mine is that you can't do it, right? You're not capable, I think, is maybe
Yeah.
what that is, right? And then
Mhm.
not wanting to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you are having somebody, right, and this is our internal voice really, but if somebody was sitting there going, well, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, um, are you really going to want to, right? Like, that might work in a very small, like that old coach mentality of kind of, well, I'll show you, right?
Yeah.
but I think, especially when that's an internal voice, and like Becky had said, it's played over and over and over again, you kind of just give up. And so it's totally understandable to stay in the comfort zone, Chuck, for sure. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, if anybody else has any stories that, where your identity is being attacked, and I think this idea of the identity being attacked is also really important, like the details of that, because in a way, what's happening with these stories is it's attacking who you truly are, your authentic self. Because my opinion is every one of us, our authentic self, is good enough, is smart enough, is capable enough, is, has enough empathy, has enough ability to um, have woo, right? Like, it's not like I've never been able to start a new relationship, right? Now I have my easy button. I bring Kylene with me because she's great at it. but um, so I guess the point is that this really is your identity being attacked. And so when our identity is being attacked, when you're being attacked, not physically but mentally, right? How can we reframe that? What's the armor that we can put up, so to speak? Anything stand out for either of you guys, Becky or Kylene?
I mean, so remembering it's our choice It's our attitude, right? When with our self-talk. And so knowing when it's there, maybe we can, I'm just coming back right to a solution, but maybe when it's there, remembering I can change this thought. And it may take time to build that trust back up internally and with yourself, but there are ways that you can do that. And one of them is to celebrate your accomplishments or come back to gratitude. Like, I'm grateful that I am able to do whatever it is you're doing that day. It's little things over time that can change that into more of a positive voice than that negative voice, because like what Aaron was saying is so true. We really believe those stories, and if we're not getting those outcomes we're wanting, then it's probably time for us to have that honest conversation with ourselves, because we're all special and we're all unique, and we deserve to really share our gifts with the world. So it just remembering it's a choice, and we can change that next thought. It is possible. Is it easy? No, but it's possible.
Yeah. Love it. That's great. Becky, what are your thoughts here?
I think it's going back to the gratitude, because
Mhm.
as I've been taught that if you are in, thinking grateful thoughts and having the gratitude towards even the simple things of a roof over your head or clothes on your back, that kind of things, you can't be upset. You can't be mad. You can't be grateful at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then
good.
I go back to the affirmations.
Yeah.
Having a list of affirmations that you can either read through, or the cheesy affirmation song by Snoop Dogg.
We listen to that almost every day now. It's pretty cool.
I need to. I have my morning playlist and it hasn't been on the last little while. So I think it's going to have to come back on. But,
There's no
it is.
one
It
better
is
to be than yourself. Oh, sorry.
exactly.
Oh boy, Aaron, that's
It's cheesy. It is cheesy and then terrible, but yet so good on the other side of it.
Yeah.
So having that, because you can't listen to that song and not have changed your attitude a little bit.
Yeah. That's
There's just no way not to. So
very, very impactful. Yeah, for sure. So there you go. I mean, get out there, go. It's on Spotify. It's on our Amazon Music. You can find it all sorts of places. So it's called the Affirmation Song,
yep,
and it's
Mhm.
by Doggy Land. So Snoop Dogg. You just put
yep.
Snoop Dogg and but it's really good. It like you said, it's a little bit cheesy, but I can't help, like, just thinking about it, I can't help singing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah.
and then Chandler shared, I second Kylene. This is a hard conversation for myself because my identity has been questioned my whole life, and I've had imposter syndrome due to feeling I had to be a certain way. What helped me was when I joined the right chamber for me, and people said, be yourself, because these people respect that, right? And
Yeah.
so, intentionally putting yourself around people that are going to lift you up and even ask you to be authentic. I think sometimes we think that we have to be a certain way, right? And so in Chandler's case, right, they said be yourself because these people respect that. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
And then, oh, sorry, Aaron, I'll let you share yours here.
Nope,
But
go ahead. No,
I
keep
was
going.
just going to say, to add on to what Becky said with affirmations, the other thing you can do is start visualizing a positive outcome. So if you know that that negative voice shows up when you're about to do a certain activity, start visualizing you doing it with a positive outcome, and really like believing and seeing yourself do it to like build that inner confidence that you have. Is another thing that can help you get through those moments as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect. And then what I'll share, this is kind of going back to what Chuck was sharing, the story is that he can't do it, and then not wanting to get out of your comfort zone. Um, this is an exercise from the success principles, the have to versus choose to. And so just, you know, list all of the things that you think you have to do based on the story. I have to, and then say those exact same things in I choose not to. And just the feeling of that word shift, right, Kelly? Like, I have to stop drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah.
right? I have to get some sleep for me, or whatever that the thing is that you feel like you have to do, and then say, I choose not to get some sleep.
Mm.
To me, that just gives me my power back, and allows me to go at it a little bit differently.
Yep.
And in that going at it a little bit differently, I guess the last thing for me then is when then you can start taking action, and the action becomes the proof that the story's wrong.
Yep.
Because if we don't take the action, we can say it all we want, and the affirmations are fantastic. All that stuff is great, and these are steps. But the ultimate step is when you actually do the thing. And I'm not saying you have to go do the huge thing and achieve the goal or anything like that, but in the action, in the forward momentum, in the, again, showing up and posting in a Facebook group, simple as that, or whatever it is, whatever the action, whatever you told yourself that you were going to do, or maybe you made a commitment to someone else. When you start um, basically following through on what you said you do, that allows you to come from a different space where you can basically call that inner critic, whatever's attacking your identity, you can go, you're a liar. I just proved it. Right? But until you have that action, it's a hard fight to have. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, the words that we choose to use in our vocabulary is huge. Can't is one, and try is another one, right? We've talked a lot about that on here. Just being aware of just what you're even saying and how you're projecting yourself to others. It's really powerful. We need to be nicer to ourselves, and I catch myself on it a lot. And now when I hear other people, it's um, don't do that to yourself. We deserve to be happy. But it's really, like Erin's saying, we need to be aware of it and be open and honest about it, because it does happen to all of us.
Yeah.
Tanya had taught me that the saying was, "You don't talk to my friend like that."
I like that.
So when you turn it around and realize that what you're saying to yourself, you would never, in a text, in a message, in a phone call, in a face-to-face conversation, ever say to somebody or to a friend, ever say those same things.
Yeah.
So if you can't say it to your friend or to anybody else that way, then you should not be saying it to yourself either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? And I think that's so good, Becky, because when you start realizing that, and you can actually put intentionality behind that, right? I can't tell you how many times, and this goes back to what you were saying earlier, Becky, where we just tell ourselves the story so often that it does become kind of reality in a way. But I'll make a mistake, or I'll do something that I just wasn't thinking, and immediately the gut reaction is, "Oh, you dumb bleeping, so and so." Like you said, I'd never say that to anyone else, at least directly to their face. No, I'm working on that too. But I think, in years past, I would have just gone, and then kind of been defeated, and then have to work that willpower back up and get back to it. But Jack Canfield actually taught me this. He said, when you recognize that, when you see those things or you hear those things, you have that intention, just stop right there and say, cancel, and then restate it in a more coach, like how you would actually say it to someone's face.
Yeah.
Right. And to a friend, to a acquaintance, something like that. So I think that's really awesome to have those tools available to us.
100%. Yep.
Okay, let's see here.
You better grab Douglas's.
Oh yeah. Yep, Doug. Mr. Quinn. And Mr. Quinn, so we're all moving to the U.S. Virgin Islands. I don't know if you guys knew this. He has a property there that he's going to be building homes on, and selling those very soon. Actually, I've been talking to him. So he asked me the other day, he's like, So what's it going to take to get you to move? I'm like, sign me up. Let's go. A beachfront property in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay. Anyhow, sorry.
Yeah.
Doug says, Kylene is correct. Visualizing is the key to, and he puts in quotes, seeing the path to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to hear Aaron say Kylene's correct.
Thank you. I was trying to be not say that, but
it's a sign that I need to work on being a better husband. All right.
oh,
For the reminder. No, I love it. No, that's fun. Craig says, one of the books on tape has a saying that I get to. Yeah.
Yep.
Have to versus I get to. Yeah.
Yep.
That's so crucial to our language. I think that's awesome. Yep. Okay. So I guess from here, my thought process, right, is we've got some tools here, but to make real change, right, I think we've got to go a little bit deeper. Craig says, good one, Becky. You know, we're super excited about what's coming up in April, but how do you frame those two things together? Right? Like, so what I'm talking about for people that aren't aware is Summit of Success happening April 10th through the 12th. Like, because you can look at this thing a lot of different ways. In fact, you, Chandler, and I, Becky, were talking about this today, where in a way it's a little bit an extension of what we did in June at Fundamentals Live. But what I said is this is on steroids, right? Like all of the amazing stuff that came out of Fundamentals Live for all the people that were there, and then add in the ability to defeat all of these things that are holding us back, right? So how do you see that 3 days maybe leading to overcoming some of these attacks of our identity, the challenge of overthinking, you know, all of the different things on this list?
I just think that retreat is going to reshape your mindset completely is going to be flipped. You know, if you come in somewhat hesitant, as we all do as business owners, like, can I afford it? Can I take the time off? Can I make it happen? You know, oh, I don't need more business stuff. I know what I need. That there's always something to learn, first of all. And second, Fun Live was so amazing. Having the time to network and be around like-minded people that just really wanted their business to succeed. And that is exactly what Summit of Success is going to be also, but we're going to have so much more time together to have that networking time, connect with other business owners. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, because I think until you've experienced it, you can't totally explain it. So
yeah, it is hard for sure to explain it. Chandler's jumping in here. She says April is going to be amazing. It's going to focus so much on the relax, reflect, and restore. I was so excited talking about it that my head has been blown away all day. So, oops, sorry.
Awesome.
Kylene, what about you? What's your take on that?
I mean, it really truly is that opportunity to fill your cup up, build that trust up, build that energy and creativity up again. And that's what's going to happen here. And then you can apply and really take your business to the next level. I mean, and then when you're in that intimate setting, it's even more impactful and powerful. It's one thing to do it like that, you know, we can talk about things, but until you're like immersed in it and around other people going through that same experience together, you're forever connected. And it just makes that learning and growth so much more permanent.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And it's really hard for me too, because I'm so close to it, right? I get so excited and passionate about what we can do with the foundation and the fundamentals. But the reality is, you know, even at Fundamentals Live, we got really deep. We were able to really get a lot of progress made and stuff like that. But the fact that, you know, we still were like, okay, where are we going to go for dinner? We got to get back to hotel. Everybody's kind of separate and stuff like that. I mean, you can only go so far, right? And then everybody's got to kind of go back to their reality for that evening. When you're in an environment like this where everything's taken care of, again, maybe not again, I don't know if I've shared this enough yet, but Becky's superpower, you guys, is pampering, is making sure that everything's taken care of. I like just in talking to her, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. And oh, what about this? What about this? What, like, oh my gosh, this is going like, I think maybe one of the problems is maybe we're not charging enough. Do we need to charge more? Would that help you guys decide that this was really valuable? We want it to be accessible for people because we know that lives are going to change, and therefore they're going to go out and change people around them. I mean, just looking at what came out of Fundamentals Live with Becky and what where she's taking this, so that ripple effect. Sandy, being part of the Masters of Success, but Chandler, huge example of that, right? Yep. And heck, even talking to Allison, who was at Fundamentals Live, she just blew up her business and has a huge goal this year. And I know she's going to make it because she's got that fundamental basis, but then to go and get all of the rest of it, the superpower of the wellness that Kylene's going to bring. I mean, I think in my back of my mind, maybe the problem is that we're not charging enough. So if you want to pay $10,000 for 3 days, you're welcome to do that. But you only need to pay even as low as $1,000 if you bring a friend and you share a room together, but $1,500 if you want your own space. And that's going to be all the food. That's going to be all of the sessions. That's going to be all of the extras. That's going to be all of Becky loving on you. The room, so 3 days, 2 nights of probably the most incredible experience that you could have. And it's just around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Good job. Yes, and if you guys have questions, please reach out to Becky or even Aaron or I. We're all here, and we can share it. If you don't feel comfortable asking your questions on here, reach out to us. I don't want anyone to miss out on this opportunity because a story you're telling yourself maybe about the event. It's going to be very comfortable. You're going to be with like-minded people, no judgment, all of that. It's a safe place.
Yeah. Can't wait. I mean, I'm like, hairs on my arms are standing up just thinking about it right now. That's how excited I am for it. And again, because I know that I can do so much, and combining powers with Becky and Kylene here, it's just I'm having a hard time fathoming what change and transformation people are going to have. So, all right, well, let's leave it at that, you guys. I think we covered a lot of fantastic ground. So go over to osg.link/SOS if you want a little bit more information, or like Kylene said, reach out to one of us. I can even, Chandler is also in the know here, so you can reach out to Chandler as well. And we're going to have an amazing experience starting April 10th with this. And then what happens from there will be, just unfathomable, I would say, is the best word.
I want to show Chandler's message here that she said, she goes, she had so much FOMO when we were all, here because because I couldn't do the fun getting to know everyone. Now this was on me due to the schedule, but still to be in one place, it's just going to be great. And she wasn't able to come out with us that night. I mean, because I don't think she even came to supper. And then some of us had gone back to the hotel because some of us were at the same hotel. So we were able to kind of get together, but it still wasn't a very good area to do it in. And so,
exactly.
This retreat will take that away. She's also offering anybody that wants to go on a road trip and that she would drive and have people to go with her. And she's giving up control of the radio. Holy cow.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing that, Becky. Yeah. All right, you guys. So let's wrap it up there, and we will see you guys back next week, and maybe we'll talk about some more things that are holding us back here. But please get in the Facebook group there at Entrepreneur Success Hub, which is at osg.link/group. And just be part of the conversation. You'll see the little purple color image. And like I said, number 7 was today. Number 6 will be tomorrow. And I actually have a a little kind of giveaway bonus for anybody that is engaged in the conversation that reaches out. So get in there, be part of the conversation, please. All right.
That was great.
High five, you guys. Boom, boom.
Good job.
And I know that's just me being weird. Okay. Well, we good? We covered everything we needed to?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll see you guys next week.
Have a great week.
Have a good one. Bye.